It's been a long time since I had to talk about one of Dumb Blurb's movies. Or when I was younger, I called them Dumb Burf. But now we're finally going back to some most regular schedules of good animated films since the 1980s. Last one I talked about was Banjo the Woodpile Cat. What we're about to focus on right now that everybody talked about, since YouTube beginning and from the early 2009, 10s, and now we're in the year 2020. Why not talk about the oldest movie of good films than other than The Secret of NIMh, the first film since 1982, released on DVD since 2006. That's Nicodemus, by the way. Old man with pimples and sharp claws. An old rat that's kind-hearted. About Miss Frisbee's wife, Jeremy. He is gone. The film starts out pretty promisingly perfect. Everybody's favorite character, Mrs. Frisbee, a kind-hearted woman and mouse who cares about her children, and even Timmy, her grandson that got bitten by a spider, and Mr. Ages, which is a scientist mouse who doves while doing experiments, and pretty much a grouchy, selfish old man, but he does have a soft side to him. And ladies and gentlemen, here's our most favorite other character that's kind of side of him being annoying, but yet voiced by the legendary voice actor, or you know who, Dum DeLuise. He's...
Oh, lady, don't sneak up on me like that.
I didn't mean to frighten you.
He plays the crow name.
You didn't frighten me. I was just sort of working out. You just broke my concentration.
You look more like you're all tangled up.
Yeah, I guess that's enough exercise for one day. Besides, I'm really after this terrific string. I'm working on a love nest for two. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see. You have a girl.
Well, not really. I mean, I haven't found Miss Right yet. But when I do, the whole world will hear us sing. Excuse me, pardon me.
Well, you keep making all that noise and driving me. If he hasn't already.
Wouldn't you sing too? I mean, if you felt... if you felt the call of the wild...
I've got his name again. It's been a while since I watched this movie and its sequel. Also, that's Dragon the Cat, and gotta admit he's the only character that's truly nightmare fuel for the children. Dragon the Cat starts chasing her, and Jeremy, actually that's his name, Jeremy. The crow saves her from being eaten by the cat and gives her the gift and returns home. And they get introduced by Miss Frisbee's children. First we got Martin, and who acts mean and tough. and brave, and kind of a brat. The other two, I already forgot their names. And she's a young girl who's kind-hearted and sweet, and so is the little daughter. And that's Auntie Shrew, who pretty much despises the rats.
She's not here.
Because they're thieves.
I'm old enough. Rats in the field after heaven knows what kind of mischief. Cynthia, dear, don't fidget. You're so like your mother. I'm scared of nothing. She was the same as for ages. 2 ages? That old flim-flam. Whatever for? Auntie Shrew, Harry's sick. Patience, my pet. Why 2 ages? Harry's sick. Timothy is very ill. Timmy ill? How dreadful.
She does care for Timothy. Except for Martin. That's kind of mean to her. And we get to saying the only song in this movie that's actually heartwarmingly touching and have a tearjerker moment. Not to mention, this film came out before we actually got American Tail from 1986. This is the only scene you will actually care about a poor little mouse that's badly ill from the spider bite. This is one of the most sweetest moments you've seen in movie history time since 1982. I like it how it's nice and quiet, with no dialogue that much, and just hear that poor boy breathing
No, sweetheart.
heavily.
What's the matter with you, Mother? Who will pick a bell?
Meanwhile, the farmers are still expecting about the rats in the bushes. And the next morning, and hire a plow guy. They do roam the yard. All the animals run for their lives. And it is also into their home. Miss Frisbee become heroically brave to save her son from being destroyed by that machine. And I gotta admit, this scene is pretty epically awesome. She tries to stop the machine, but unfortunately, she didn't stand a chance. To fast forward her a bit, Auntie Shrew helps her stop the machine. It's up to her to get some help from the great owl. And she says, but owls eat mice. But thanks for Jeremy to fly her all the way there to the owl's lair. And I gotta admit, this scene is also terrifying. Be scared to hear the great owl's voice. It's gloomy, it's dark. It's one of the most spookiest scenes you see in movie history time.
Hello?
In the background,
Hello?
look like it's
Anybody home?
like it would be realistically
The place looks deserted. I guess they're gonna get
terrifying.
Step inside my house.
I like how the music is getting very intense in this scene too.
Come inside or go away.
Rather voices saying, oh, lady singing it too. And it gets even creepier with the giant spider wants to eat her. And this epic scene of the great owl's appearance is bone-chillingly horrifying to see his appearance, covered in cobwebs
Why have you come?
and eyes glowing.
Forgive me for disturbing you, but my son's life
very gory.
The plow has come early this year.
Move your family.
Scary.
I couldn't move. But Timothy has pneumonia. He can't even get out of bed.
You must move to a place where it'll be safe from the plow.
Please. There must be another way.
There is no other.
Oh, yes, there is. Until she said this line.
Mrs. Jonathan Brisby?
Why, yes. He was my husband. But how do you know about him?
That is not important.
He explains everything to her by visiting the rats. They will help her move her home. And all she has to do is go to the bushes. And Jeremy's there to help look after the kids. She goes inside the bush. She doesn't actually looks beautifully done until this creepy rat guard shows up.
I'm Mrs. Frisbee. I was told to see Nicodemus. Are you Nicodemus? Please. I need help.
This scene is also scary too. Oh, trying to almost destroy her. But luckily Mr. Aegis shows up. He's on his cane and broke his foot when he was doing an experiment.
Yes, perhaps you should.
And he could not believe his ears.
Here now, what owl? What are you talking about? I went to see the great owl. Owl? You say you saw an owl? Yes. And he said I should ask for Nicodemus. I know Nicodemus. He lives with the rats. More specifically, he's the leader of the rats. You know him? No one has ever seen the owl and lived to tell about it. Please, could you take me to see Nicodemus?
Yeah, she helped her meet Nicodemus. While they enter, they also meet my favorite character in the film.
What's all about? May I ask?
Yes, you can be trusted. This is no stranger. My dear, may I present Justin, the captain of the guard?
Yep, Justin, the best character in the entire film.
Jonathan Brisby.
Yes, the same.
It is an honor and a privilege for me.
If we could dispense.
And gotta admit, he's a one characteristic gentleman, most likely clever, a rat. That he's kind-hearted, he's good, he's again the greatest character in this entire film. And I like how they enter inside the lantern as an elevator and everything's covered in water. It's the only way to get to their lair. And we also get to meet another villain, which also has the same name as everybody else with the word J. Jenner. And you can obviously tell from the black, pink, and the way he's animated, he's obviously the bad guy.
Talking about you.
The way he smiles and have those green eyes and big bushy eyebrows, you clearly know he's the villain in this film. Really animated to be like that. Anyways, I'll explain the rest of this in part 2. Ooh. Hold on. Well, this film I'm talking about, The Secret of NIMH. See you guys in part 2 when I explain the rest of this in wonderful review of this classically 1982 film. See ya!